Bitcoin is a store of value and a means of exchange that has characteristics of a commodity. So it's very different from other assets. Quite frankly, I believe it should be okay for people to own Bitcoin without doing what I did and putting it in a blind trust.
The emergence of Bitcoin as a central feature of U.S. economic strategy is a bold shift, driven by a vision to redefine global financial leadership. Under President Trump's proposed initiatives, Bitcoin could move from a speculative asset to a cornerstone of the nation's fiscal policy. This transformative approach aims to leverage the cryptocurrency's unique properties to benefit the economy and secure America's place in the digital future.
Well, so far, what President-elect Donald Trump has proposed, what he's outlined to our community, would absolutely solidify the United States leadership in the digital asset and blockchain technology ecosystem. He gave his famous Bitcoin speech in Nashville just a couple of months ago, and he talked about creating a stockpile, a Bitcoin stockpile on behalf of the United States. He's discussed aligning tax policy to drive more economic activity into this space, and he wants to clear up a lot of these regulatory friction points for the industry. The U.S. Has driven out crypto activity under the Biden administration. We need leadership at the very, very top to bring these markets back to the United States, and everything we've seen so far is certainly aligned with that.
Trump's vision goes beyond regulatory tweaks or symbolic gestures. His administration has laid out plans for a national Bitcoin reserve, aligning with tax and regulatory reforms to incentivize investment and innovation. This isn't just about supporting an emerging industry. It's a strategy to reestablish the United States as a leader in global financial systems.
Meantime, how about a crypto? Really, we do need, I think, your embracing of crypto, very different from the previous administration. Strategic Petroleum Reserve like for crypto?
Yeah, I think so. We're going to do something great with crypto because we don't want China or anybody else, and not just China, but others are embracing it, and we want to be the head. We're going to be ahead of AI. We're going to be way ahead of AI, and we've got to produce tremendous amounts of electricity. You know that. It's unbelievable when you think that we need more than twice what we already have.
Trump's proposal doesn't exist in isolation. It is a response to global competition. While other nations, including China, have embraced crypto technology, the U.S. has lagged behind. With a focus on innovation and leadership, Trump's administration is determined to ensure that America stays ahead, particularly in key sectors like artificial intelligence and blockchain.
We wouldn't have to spend any new dollars. We have reserves at our 12 Federal Reserve banks, including gold certificates that could be converted to current fair market value. They're held at their 1970s value on the books, and then sell them into Bitcoin. That way, we wouldn't have to use any new dollars in order to establish this reserve. The United States already holds over 200,000 Bitcoin in the asset forfeiture funds. So that would be the initial source of Bitcoin. So no new money spent on this reserve.
This innovative funding strategy underpins the feasibility of Trump's Bitcoin reserve proposal. By converting undervalued reserves like gold certificates into Bitcoin, the administration could build a substantial stockpile without straining the federal budget. With over 200,000 Bitcoin already held by the U.S. in asset forfeiture funds, this initiative could quickly gain traction.
The stock-to-flow model says it's going to be at over 800,000 by the end of next year. If Donald Trump is successful in putting forth a lot of the proposals that he's proposed to the community, the sky is the limit because Bitcoin has a fixed supply.
All right, Perrier, great to see you this morning. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Maria.
Perrier.
The market's optimism mirrors the administration's confidence. Bitcoin's fixed supply and increasing demand create a scenario where its value could skyrocket under favorable policies. Proponents argue that these conditions could lead to the cryptocurrency becoming a pivotal reserve asset akin to gold in its heyday.
But we think that Bitcoin could become the next strategic reserve asset. So the country now holds 232,000 Bitcoin. We think that Trump could bump that up to over 1 million.
So you think it would replace what gold was back in the day as like there's going to be a quote-unquote Bitcoin Fort Knox, essentially?
Exactly. We think there's going to be, it's not going to replace, it's going to augment. So it will be incremental.
Envisioning a Bitcoin Fort Knox adds a compelling dimension to this narrative. While traditional reserves like gold will remain, Bitcoin is seen as a complementary asset that modernizes and strengthens the nation's financial foundation. The potential to hold over 1 million Bitcoins solidifies its place in America's strategic planning.
I think long term, this is going to be a country like no other. We had the 3 best years ever until COVID came in, and then we did a good job getting rid of it. The stock market, if you look at the markets, were higher than just previous to COVID coming in when we handed it over. And now we know, I know the people, I know the players. When I came in, it was very interesting, Jim. I came in, and I was not a Washington guy. I didn't know too many people in Washington. I had to rely. Now, who do I know people? I know people so much, they're coming out of my ears. So we have great people.
Trump's confidence in his policies reflects a broader belief in America's ability to adapt and lead in a shifting global economy. His approach to cryptocurrency goes beyond embracing new technology. It's about leveraging it to drive innovation, economic growth, and geopolitical influence. By centering Bitcoin and blockchain technology in his financial strategy, Trump aims to position the United States as a leader in the digital financial revolution, fostering economic dominance and opening new opportunities for wealth creation and global competitiveness. From proposals for a national Bitcoin reserve that could rival traditional gold reserves, to regulatory reforms aimed at reducing barriers for businesses and investors, Trump's vision for the future of digital assets represents a dramatic shift in how financial systems can evolve. The emphasis on clarity, innovation, and inclusivity within the crypto sector not only seeks to encourage economic activity, but also to reassert the United States as the leader in financial markets. As Senator Cynthia Lummis eloquently stated,
this would be an asset that could help shore up the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency and serve as a reserve that could be used to reduce the national debt significantly.
This perspective reflects the broader potential of Bitcoin, not just as a technological advancement, but as a stabilizing force in America's long-term economic planning. However, this ambitious agenda raises important questions about risks and rewards. Will integrating Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset truly secure the U.S. economy against global uncertainties, or could it expose the nation to unforeseen volatility? The stakes are high, and the answers will determine whether this bold initiative solidifies Bitcoin's place in the global economy or highlights its limitations. What do you think? Does this strategy have the potential to revolutionize finance, or are the risks too great to ignore? Let us know in the comments below.